Now, an on-the-spot, unprepared, uneducated, well, maybe not totally uneducated, unedited and somewhat uneducated translation of the Tanya, the great work of Jewish mysticism and spirituality of the Chabad movement, written by the first Lubavitcher Rebbe some 250 years ago. So today is the second day of Nissan in the year 5776. And today's Tanya says, V'hine schar mitzvah mitzvah perush she mischara noda mahuta madragata. You say that the reward for a mitzvah is a mitzvah. The Ethics of Our Fathers, the Pirkei Avos, says that what's the reward for doing a mitzvah? It's a mitzvah. And what does that mean? The Alter Rebbe, the author of the Tanya, the first Lubavitcher Rebbe, was also called the Alter Rebbe, and he says that from the reward, you know its essence and its level. Ve'en lanu esek b'nistarot shehem tzadikim gdolim shem b'bechinet merkava. So, and we have no business dealing with hidden things, which are the great tzaddikim, who are the veritable chariots of God, meaning the way the chariot is nullified before the rider, so too are who was in Ezekiel's chariot, who was the rider? Who was the driver? The driver was the Holy One, blessed be He, who was driving the chariot. So the same way the chariot's nullified before, an earthly chariot is nullified before the rider or the driver, so too the tzaddikim are nullified before the Holy One, blessed be He. So that's why our tradition, the Alter Rebbe mentioned it a few times already, that there's an ancient expression from the Talmud that the patriarchs are the chariot. The patriarchs are the very chariot of Ezekiel. And it means they're nullified before God. They do only what God tells them to do, and they bring godliness into the world. So the commentary here in the Dvar Malchus says that the reward isn't something separate, in addition and added to the mitzvah, where the neshama receives as a reward for the mitzvah, like for example, money that a person receives for certain work that he did. Because in that sense, we wouldn't be able to know the essence of the work from the reward, because you just have some pay. Could be for anything. It doesn't just a pile of money from a work you see on the table says nothing about exactly what the work is. You could say that if it's a lot of money, it's some very valuable work, or that's always also not not always a foregone conclusion. It could be sometimes people get lucky, but the reward for the mitzvah is, as is said in the illumination of the mitzvah. The reward for the mitzvah is the illumination of the mitzvah, which is revealed to the soul in the Garden of Eden. So we go on, and he says that again, we don't deal with hidden things. In other words, the Alter Rebbe is saying we can't explain the depth of the Kabbalah here in the pages of this book, the deep depths. Excuse me, I'm about to sneeze. Oh, let me sneeze. Okay, so maybe later. So, and what are the great depths? He says that's the tzaddikim. They're the Merkava, the chariot. What the commentary says, that's the service of God which is above the intellect. It's called the Merkava. But because it's beyond our minds, it's called a hidden thing. Rak niglot lanu, but like the verse continues, but nistarot l'Hashem Elokeinu, that the hidden things are to God. But niglot lanu v'lanenu, but the revealed things are for us and for our children. It says in Deuteronomy. She'achareihem kol adam yimshoch leda ne'amna mahut madregat avodat Hashem bitchilu urchimu b'hitkalut libo hanimshachot min habina v'dat b'gadlut ensof baruch hu b'makoma be'eses sfirot debriya v'avoda bitchilu urchimu hatvi'im shebemocho be'eses sfirot diyatzira. So that translates, but rather the revealed things are for us, that after them every man shall draw close to faithfully know the essence and the level of the service of God with fear and with love, with the revealed heart. This is drawn from bina, from understanding, and dat, from knowledge. In the greatness of the endless, may he be blessed, in the place of the 10 sfirot of the world of Bria, of creation, and v'avoda bitchilu orchimu atvi'im, and in the natural service, with love and with fear, which is in the brain, which we talked about. What was the natural love? Again, is referring to a level in the world of Yetzirah, from the angels, where their love and fear is a natural thing, and he was comparing that's on the level of human beings, of Jews, who may not have feel the devekut, may not feel the illumination of Bria, but still they're naturally drawn towards saying the Shema and standing a midah and giving tzedakah and doing all the mitzvot out of an innate sense of goodness, which is more like an instinctive thing that we do, that we inherited from the patriarchs. And that's the natural love and fear, which is in the brain, where we just get it instinctively. That's rooted in the 10 sfirot of Yetzirah, the world below Bria, the world of formation, below the world of creation or Bria. It's called Yetzirah. But avoda bli hitorut dechilu orchimu afilu b'mocho b'bechinat gilui dainu l'orer ha'ava hatzvi'it hamusteret b'lev l'hotzia mehelem mehester alev el gilui afilu b'mocho b'ta'alumot libo al kol panim rak hi nisheret mesuteret b'lev ketoldata kamo shayta kodem avoda. So he says, but the service without any awakening, without any fear or love, not even an intellectual, natural fear or love, in the aspect of a revealed fear or love. That is to say, to wake up the love, the natural love which is hidden in the heart, and to bring it forth from the hidden places of the heart, to bring it out of the heart into the revealed. Then even in an intellectual revelation, as opposed to a visceral revelation, even an intellectual revelation, and the secret places of the heart, al kol panim rak hi nisheret musuteret b'lev, but nonetheless that also remains hidden in the heart. That kind of deep service remains hidden in the heart as a result, as kamosha itak kodem avoda, just the way it was before he started to serve. It's just on the same level. That kind of a service, meaning it's kind of like doing it without feeling it at all. That stays down in the lower worlds, which are called the worlds of separation. And it doesn't have the power to ascend and to be included together in God's unity, may he be blessed. Shehen eses sfirot kadoshot, which are the 10 holy spheros, kamoshit ba'er b'tikunim, which is explained in the Zohar, the Below dechilu urchimu lo parcha le'ela. That when prayer or Torah study that's not done, as the Tikkun Zohar says, that when you daven or you learn without any fear or without any love, it doesn't fly up. Below yachla l'salka l'makom kadam l'mekam kadam Hashem, and it can't ascend and stand before God.